Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 5. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get animals and mobs to spawn in your world. And to do that, we need to get access to the different mob and animal trophies. And to do that, we're going to use gate pearls. Now, if you find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like. But most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button, so that way you can see all my videos and tutorials as they come out. Okay, so first things first, to get mobs and animals to spawn in your world is a process. Things that you have to do. They will not spawn normally, regardless of how light or dark an area is. To start off that process, we need loot bags. Now, loot bags themselves can be gotten several different ways. Loot bags have multiple different colors, all 16 that are in the base colors that are in the game. I guess what else if I spelled it right? Loot bags. And if we see loot bags here, there's yellow, pink, white, light blue, orange, so on and so forth. Now, to get these, there's a couple different ways. The easiest way is just to grow and harvest the different colored trees. When you're harvesting the leaves of a light gray tree, there's a chance it'll drop light gray loot bags. If you're doing a black tree, black loot bags, white tree, white loot bags. So these can drop from the different saplings that you grow into trees when you're harvesting the leaves with a sickle or scythe or even an axe. The chance to drop is there. Opening those will give you what we need for our next step. But if you also have the option of crafting loot bags. To do that, first thing you have to make is a loot bag template, which is going to be one chest, 2 string, and it's going to be 6 of the template boards. Again, remember you get those by right-clicking with an axe on a log. And then to make a loot bag, you're going to use that template and surround it with 8 blocks of wool of the color of loot bag you're making. So, for example, this is a brown loot bag. I'm going to surround it with brown wool. So, for many of these things, of course, to gather a large amount of wool, sheep would be helpful. Of course, you can make it out of string, which you can do early on with the worms and such. So it is possible to make them even before you have sheep. Okay, so why do we want loot bags? So loot bags themselves, when you open them, have a chance of dropping different types of gate pearls. Okay, these are gate pearls. As you can see here, I have a brown gate pearl that says Cow Gateway, and I have a green gate pearl that says Zombie Gateway. So this works for passive animals as well as mobs. Loot bags can also drop Titan gateways. This is a Titan Cow Gateway and a Titan Zombie Gateway. Visually, the difference, of course, is the Titans have the little horns on them, make it look a little more evil. And the regular gate pearls are how you get the trophies, which will allow you to spawn the different animals and mobs you're looking for. Titans work a little different. We'll talk about that in a moment. Now, as for the gate pearls themselves, there are many different ones, as you can see here on the right, and they're all sorts of colors. If it's a pink one, you get it from a pink bag. If it's an orange one, from an orange bag. Some of them can be crafted in special ways, and some of them can be traded for from villagers. Some of them are special like that. But the majority of them are going to drop from the different loot bags. So here we go. I'm going to take some loot bags here. We're going to open up a couple of them. As you can see, my inventory is filling up with different pearls here. So this is just what we got. We got a donkey gateway, a tadpole gateway. We got some titans, the mule, the cow, and so on. A cod gateway, that's a fish. The cow gateway and so on, as well as rabbits and so on and so forth. So once you get a gateway of a specific color, you can then open that gateway to unlock that mob. Before we do that, if we look up in the advancements page, we'll see that there's a gateway section, challenge gateways, and Titan gateways. These are achievements built into the game. For the gateways, it's just a matter of gathering them all. As you can see, as we look at the brown, some of them have a little green check mark because we just got those out of loot bags as we opened them. Once you've gotten all of a specific color, you'll get that achievement. The same with the Titan gateways. And over in the challenge gateways, this is for defeating all of the different gateways of a specific color. Okay, there's also one for trophies. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So once we have ourselves the gateway that we want to do, we're going to do the cow gateway. We're going to basically prepare for combat. I've got myself a sword, some armor, got myself a shield. Now, Draven, why do you need that? These are cows. Because gateways, for the challenge we're about to initiate, all things, including passive animals, will be hostile. Some of them will be armed. Give you an example, you drop any of the fish gateways and they're going to start throwing tridents at you. So here we are, we're going to go ahead and we're going to right click with a gateway on a block, and that's going to open up a gateway. It'll say wave 1 starting in so many seconds. There are 3 waves to each normal gateway, and each time 4 animals will spawn. Here I have 4 cows and they're immediately beginning to attack me. So my job is to defeat those 4 cows. Once I've done that, wave 2 will begin in usually about 12 seconds. You might get a little loot from that. There are 3 waves, and each wave the creatures get bigger and stronger. So we look at the cows about to spawn. They're physically larger than the first wave, and they're normally going to have some more hearts. Now this is a pretty strong sword here, obviously I'm using. It's Awakened Supremium here, so it's obviously more powerful than normal. So that's one-shotting for me, so it might be a little more challenging early game. But here comes the 3rd and final wave, and these will be our last set of 4 cows. Boom, and they are huge. And so we're going to finish off these cows, and there we go. Now once we've done that, 4 of the type of animals that we just did are going to spawn. These ones will not be hostile. So I now have some cows. They've also got this floating in the air that I just picked up, and that is a cow trophy. So each time you complete a regular gateway, not ones with a horn, not the titans, but a regular gateway, you will get the trophy of that type of creature. You can then set that trophy down anywhere you like. That's important. Anywhere in the world that you like. And if you right-click on it, you'll get a little message that says cows will now spawn. This means cows will now spawn anywhere in the world. Doesn't have to be right near me. Doesn't have to be near the trophy. This works for hostile mobs as well. So skeletons, zombies, and things of that nature. The difference being passive mobs and animals like cows and sheep and fish will spawn regardless of the light level. Hostile mobs, skeletons, zombies, endermen, and such, will only spawn in darkened areas. How do you know what a darkened area is? If you hit the F7 key, all the blocks on the ground are going to start having numbers on them. If it is a green number, that means that area is well lit up. If it is a blue number, it means it is poorly lit up and something may spawn there. If it is a red 0, then there is absolutely no light, and there is a high chance a mob will spawn there. You can go to your trophy and right-click on it again to turn it back off. So if you only want mobs to spawn for a specific period of time, you can do so. Special note as well, passive mobs like cows will spawn 24 hours a day, where hostile mobs will only spawn at night in areas where it is dark. So a zombie's not going to pop up in the middle of the day, even if it's dark. If you have a trophy turned on, cows, zombies, so forth, and you go into the end, those monsters and creatures will spawn there. So be aware of that if you're going to go in and fight the Ender Dragon and you don't want a bunch of other mobs and monsters messing with you. Turn off your statues before you go into the end. So we're going ahead. Now, your first cows and such, you might want to hang on to those for leather and milk and things of that nature. But with the trophy, it will turn on. Special note for cows. If your cow trophy does not appear to be working, I recommend updating your pack. When the pack was first released, the cow trophy specifically was broken, and cows will not spawn. That issue has been corrected since, so you shouldn't have that issue if you're running a modern version of the pack. Now, hostile gateways work the same way. I'm going to do a zombie one real quick just to show you, right? So it's going to be the same basic concept, 3 waves, they get stronger each time, 4 monsters land. Defeating all 12 of them are going to give you your zombie trophy. There's wave 1. We're going to go ahead and skip all the way to the last wave. Alright, so the last wave 3 of my zombies are going to pop out. I've already knocked out the second wave. These ones are much larger. Oh, there's a little guy. Even with my sword, these are now no longer one-hit zombies. They take 2 hits. And that will complete that gateway. And now I have a zombie trophy. So I can set it down anywhere, right-click it to turn it on, and at night, when it is in areas where there is dark, I will now spawn zombies. Or I can right-click to turn that back off. So if you want to build a mob farm in your world, just make sure that the mob farm is the only area where there is blocks with no light, and your mobs will only spawn in that area. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention, of course, is something we haven't touched on yet, and that is the Titan Zombie Gateways. The Titan Gateways do not reward any particular prize like a trophy, other than just experience and dye of the color of pearl that you're using. What it does do, though, is continuously send you endless waves of that type of animal or creature. So if I opened a Titan Zombie Gateway, they would continue to spawn non-stop, wave after wave after wave. So if you're looking to farm specific things, you're looking for experience, you're looking to level up a data model from hostile neural networks, then that's a great way to do that if you want to. Now, with all the gateways, whether they be just the standard or the Titan, okay, either way, there is a way to fail those. Dying will not necessarily cause you to fail if you can get back in time. But with gate pearls themselves, okay, it will fail in a burst of lightning if you cannot spawn a mob. So you put it in a location where mobs can't spawn, let's say in the middle of the void. Any active mob walks too far away from the gateway, or the wave timer elapses. You do have a certain period of time in order to defeat that wave. If you don't, a lightning bolt will strike, the mobs that are alive will disappear, the gateway will close, but you will get your pearl back, so you can try it again. It will drop back down again. So I do recommend making sure that you're doing your gateways in some type of confined space, so you don't have to worry about monsters walking off into the void or walking too far away from the gateway. But that is how you're going to go ahead and you're going to access and get a hold of different monsters, and you're going to get a hold of different animals in the game. So when you need resources like feather and wool and milk and such, this is how you get your animals to spawn them that way. It's also how you'll get villagers using a villager gateway, so you can then begin trading with those as well. Alright, so if you have any questions about this tutorial or any of my tutorials, please be sure to put that down in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back with you as quickly as I can, as well as any recommendations or suggestions you might have for other tutorials you'd like to see in Sky Factory 5. I'm always looking for new ideas. You can also go to my website, Onlydraven.com. At the bottom of the homepage, you can send me a direct email with any questions or recommendations or suggestions you have. And while you're there, I do recommend checking out the website. A lot of good stuff on there. But that is going to do me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.